Hey guys, I'm Fancy, and this is Murder by Design with another true crime tidbit. So, good morning, everyone. I'm so sorry that I was not on yesterday. I know that we told you guys Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern, but I have been struggling. I have had some medical issues lately, and I was just not up to it yesterday. I'm very, very sorry, but I am here today. So, thank you. And, hope you guys enjoy this, have been enjoying these little tidbits that we've been doing. Let us know if you're loving these or if they're not long enough for you guys or you want more information on these. Just let us know. And there goes my little camera making those little flicks again. I swear I do not know why it's doing that. Let me see if I can make sure everything is pushed in good so that it's all okay. It's all in there. So I don't know. Anyway, guys, so this morning we're going to be talking about it's just such a tragic case. It's the case of Thaddeus Sran. And Thaddeus Sran was a 2-year-old little boy, and he is the son, and I cannot say these names, so he of Mr. and Mrs. Sran, because I can't say those names. And he was reported missing on July 15th from Madera, California, about 30 miles outside of Fresno. So the little boy was born prematurely. He was nonverbal. Oh my goodness, I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Oh goodness. Sorry. He was nonverbal and he required a feeding tube to eat and was just learning to walk. So mom and dad claimed that they had laid him down for bed the evening before and he was missing when they went to get him in the morning. Yeah, right. Okay. So just nonverbal children who can't walk just mysteriously disappear from cribs at night. Bullshit. But a neighbor down the street claimed that their backyard was completely fenced in, so nobody had gotten in that way. And police began investigation under the assumption that it might be a kidnapping. But he was reported missing on Wednesday morning. And on Tuesday, almost a week after his disappearance, his parents stopped cooperating with the police and the investigation. And you know what that means. Anytime that happens, we know that means those people just are not telling the truth generally. I always wish that it was not that case, but it really is. Generally, whenever they start not cooperating with the police, then you know that they are guilty as hell, right? I mean, it's just classic. Anyway, guys, again, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about Thaddeus Sran this morning. If you like these true crime tidbits, please let us know that you're loving them in the comments. Or if you'd like to see us do something else or want more information, don't think these are enough, let us know. We'd like to know what you think of the true crime tidbits. Sure would. So he's reported missing on Wednesday morning, and the following Tuesday, just barely almost a week after his disappearance, his parents, they stopped cooperating with the police investigation. So then the burned body of a child was found Friday, July 24th in an almond orchard nearby. So the official identification of the body is still being done, and the orchard is located about 4 miles from the family home. Both parents were taken into custody and charged with murder. And this is not the first child death for these parents. They had an infant daughter who died in 2015. She was also special needs, born prematurely, and in the hospital for several months before coming home. She was listed as very fragile when she came home from the hospital, but the investigation is still open and it was labeled a crib death. So, there's been a lot of these cases where I am so sorry. Let me blow my nose, for crying out loud. So sorry. Goodness gracious. Oh, I just got out of the hot shower, so that's why my sinuses are all messy. So there's been a couple of these types of cases over the years where children are labeled these crib deaths or SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome, that have ended up actually going to court. And one of the most prolific ones that I remember is the case of Mary Beth Tenning. So Mary Beth Tenning, she is considered an American serial killer. And in 1987, Tenning was arrested and convicted for the murder of her 9th child, 4-month-old daughter, Tammy Lynn, on on December 20th, 1985. So nine of these women's children, I can't even imagine giving birth to 9 children, much less killing 9 children. 9 children died under Mary Beth's care over 14 years. And the causes of death for the first 8 children was initially thought to be genetic. Even when they adopted one of these kids, which was their 6th kid, Michael. He was not a blood relation, and he dies in 1981. Authorities still did not open an investigation into his death. But after investigating the other children's death, the prosecutors decided they only had enough evidence to charge Tenning in one child's death. And in July 1987, she was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 20 years to life. And I remember this, like I literally remember that case. I was in high school at the time. And there's been a couple other, there's Mary Beth. There was another one that was much earlier that killed all 6 of her kids. Like, I don't understand how you can kill that many of your children and somebody not go, this is odd. But anyway, I mean, I remember those specifically. That case was just Mary Beth Tenning. Man, there was actually one that I was reading too, that she wasn't killing her own children. She was killing children that she was babysitting. And like the one, she lied and told the one lady that she smothered them with a plastic bag when he wouldn't stop crying. But what she really did was she put him in a tub and drowned him to death. And she watched as the bubbles came up and he turned purple. Like, what is wrong with these women? I just don't understand it. I cannot, for the life of me as a mom, I can't see hurting my children. I can't. But anyway, in this case, the parents were also under investigation so they were under investigation in 2015 because of the death of their newborn baby girl. And then in 2019, they're under investigation again in consideration, of concerning Thaddeus. But details have not been released about that case at this time. So this is another case where, these parents are under suspicion. They're in open investigations are opened on them. And what do we end up having? They don't get taken away. The kids are not taken out of the home, and then they die. This reminds me of Gabriel Fernandez so much. I mean, obviously Gabriel underwent like just horrific torture and everything else. But this is happening too often. And I think in a world right now where we're talking about sending social workers into, domestic abuse calls and child abuse calls instead of police officers, we have got to get better. We have got to get better about assessing that these children are in danger and that they need help. Good morning, guys. If there's anybody on, say hello. I haven't seen anybody pop up yet, but I do see you guys watching. So the parents were under investigation in 2019. The family actually has 3 other children that are still living. There's a boy and 2 girls, and they have been turned over to social services. So good God, I can't. Again, it's another case of this woman has too many children, and she's killing these younger children. And now, since she's been arrested, they realize that she is currently 8 months pregnant. So there's another baby in danger. Hopefully this child will come into the world and not go to her. Hopefully she'll be convicted and this child will have a chance at life. But you got to think too, what is she doing that the last 2 children have all had some sort of medical problems? One child is nonverbal, requiring a feeding tube. The other one was, she was very fragile. She was premature. So what is this woman doing when she's pregnant? Is she doing something to harm these babies when she's pregnant? Is she trying to actually induce a miscarriage and we don't know, and when she can't do that, then she just goes ahead and kills them once they're born. I mean, if you don't want them, abortion is still legal. Why are you not aborting them? If you don't want them, give them up for adoption. I don't understand these women. And they're chronic. It's like they just keep doing it and doing it and doing it until they get caught. It just, like I said, Mary Beth Tenning, 9 children. I don't even understand that. It's just so upsetting. So the mom, she's in the hospital. She was taken to the hospital. because she was 8 months pregnant. And today they could be formally charged today. So we're not sure if it'll happen today or not, but it's definitely a possibility today. And if so, then we'll update you guys on our page here with a little short, clip of whatever, and we'll make sure that we follow this case as it goes through the courts. Christina is actually writing a blog on it that comes out today that you can go over to madgingerentertainment.com /blog and get more information. Let me get you that actual little link so that you guys can go and read her blog on the case. Christina and Tori have been doing our blog. They've been doing a great job with it. It's been really amazing what they have put together. Christina's comes out on Tuesdays and Tori's comes out on Thursdays. And I've been trying to do my little tidbits, kind of giving you an introduction to the case and then allowing them to give you some further details. Now, some of these cases are cases that will eventually turn into full-blown podcasts or YouTube channel videos. So you guys are going to want to keep a lookout for that. Now, tomorrow, trying to figure out what day it is. I'm off a day because I was so sick. So tomorrow we start our brand new podcast series on Jodi Arias. So we're going to do, I think it's 2 episodes on Jodi, and along with releasing our very lengthy interview with Kirk Nurmi, her former defense attorney. And I'm pretty excited about that one. I really did not follow that case to begin with, but now that I've gotten into it, it's rather interesting. And then we'll be finishing off our podcast season on the Good Wives Guide to True Crime by finishing up with a head-to-head between me and Colleen on Scott Peterson. Yeah, guys, there's a person out there in the world that actually thinks he's not guilty. That's Colleen. And we'll be going head to head to convince Christina one way or the other of what we think is, the case here with this. So I'm surprised that I know a person who actually thinks Scott Peterson is not guilty. But hey, we're going to hear from Colleen, and then we'll hear from me, and then Christina will do a explanation on the third night, and we'll kind of dish it all out after she tells us what she thinks, and we'll kind of have just like a little wrap up, and that'll be the end of our second season of the Good Wives Guide to True Crime. Then we'll be coming back with a brand new podcast, and it is going to be all about missing persons. It's going to be called Gone Cold with the Good Wives and Todd Matthews. Todd happens to be the former director of NAMIS. So we're really excited about this, guys. And we just finished wrapping up our Alyssa Turney series over on Murder by Design on YouTube. So you guys want to keep looking for everything that we're doing. We've got a lot of cool things coming down the pipeline. I'm really excited about everything that we're working on right now, guys. So this has been 15-minute True Crime Tidbit on Thaddeus Sran. If you have questions about the Sran case, please drop them in the comments section, and we will be sure to try and get those answered for you. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We really do appreciate it. Tomorrow, I will be talking about Ariana Jean Wool, and I think that's the last name. Let me make sure. Dang it. I say these things and then I don't. No, Walk. Ariana Jean Walk, and she is one of the granddaughters of one of the Manson victims, and she has been tragically murdered as well. And right upon the wake of seeing if Miss Van Houten should get out of prison. So that's what we'll be talking about tomorrow, guys. And then Colleen will be back on Friday at 2 p.m. and she'll have a couple new cases to speak with you guys about too. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.